Wars. I am Aria Kidding Me from Derby Date Night.
And I am Cricket.
We are excited to be announcing the first game today on track 2. We are going to get started in just about 2 minutes. We are going to be watching Team Indiana and Team Divergence face off in a head-to-head. But first, before we get started, we want to introduce you to these teams. I'm going to start with Team Indiana. We have got 00 Roulette Wheels, 0734 Higgs Bosom, 12 Rogue, 13 Thunder, 168 Shaun of the Dead, 18 Smack, 205 Ricky Bobby, 214 Spinelli, 222 Bangs McCoy, 308 Sarge, 317 Kimbo Slicer, 39 Half Pint of Dynamite, 42 Schlitt Throat, 67 Huntress, 765 Batty, 80 Janet Skatehole, 807 Unraveled Chaos, and 89 Bon Appetit.
And for Team Divergence, we have 07 Rose, 1029 Nick Vicious, 105 Artemis, 112 Mina Cat Scratch, 1171 Snuffy, 121 Price, 15 Bolt Action, 1976 Vicious Virus, 1977 Maya Prerogative, 25 Slamwise Gamgee, 318 Dodginya, 32 Locked and Loaded, 33 Curb Stomp, number 5 Manta, 603 Lieutenant Jan, 69 Crash Bang Cooch, number 7 Misha Gangster, and 78 Debbie Scary.
All right, we are getting real close to the first whistle here. Looking at these two teams, this is Team Divergence's first time at Skate Wars,
awesome.
But they were at a tournament earlier this year, which was, I'm looking at my notes here, which was Y'all Stars, and they did place 10th at Y'all Stars, and they did lose to Team Philippines, which that's another team that was here at Skate Wars last year.
Oh.
So if you want a little bit of comparison against a Skate Wars team, that's what happened there. However, that might not matter at all because there's only about a quarter of Team Divergence's roster here at Skate Wars.
Oh.
Also, on the other hand, Team Indiana, they were here at Skate Wars last year. They came in ranked last year at 8th, and they left ranked at 9th. They are currently ranked 14th.
Oh, wow.
So Indiana is the higher seed, ranked at 14th, playing the 20th ranked Team Divergence.
Oh, excellent.
But as I said, Divergence is pretty much a brand new team. Like, they have never played together. They come from all the way from California to the East Coast, and this is going to be their first time playing together as a team.
That's going to be pretty tough facing a squad that's has been together for so long like Team Indiana has. So pretty much everyone from Team Indiana has been skating together for quite a while?
Yes. Team Indiana also has had a lot of roster changes, and they've lost some of their heavy hitters. So, coming in, I think that's why they're ranked 14th this year, even though they came in at 8th last year. They have lost some heavy hitters, but they've also gained some heavy hitters. I announce in Indiana primarily, so I know most of these skaters really well. They do have a jammer-heavy roster, so I'm really excited to see who they actually put out as their main jammers and how their blocking, shakes out. So I know they have been able to have some practices.
So a lot of jammers, we're going to have a high-paced play?
I am assuming so. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting because while Team Indiana has had a few practices, Team Divergence, I don't think they've ever been able to really practice
together. So they're going to have to gel on the fly.
Right. So these first few jams are going to be really interesting to see how slow it's going to go or how fast.
Right.
Yeah.
There's going to be some feeling out on either side, I bet.
I wonder how strong those walls are going to be right at the beginning between
very
the two
true.
teams. That'll be interesting to see as they figure out who's going to, because when you skate too, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, when I skated, if I knew my wall. I knew who was going to be on turn 4, who was going to be on turn 1. I was able to, we could kind of read each other's minds.
That's a lot more strategy. I'm fairly new, so that's kind of what I'm going to be learning from you right now. So that's excellent. I'm really excited to see both these squads because I've yet to see Team Indiana play.
Oh, yeah,
I'm super excited for this.
Love it. You should check out our channel, Derby Date Night. We've got a lot of Team Indiana on there.
I've written it right here. That's the first thing I'm going to do right after this game, Derby Date Night.
Yeah. Cricket, what team are you associated with?
Lakeshore Roller Derby. So I announced off from them, and then when I was announcing, I watched how much fun they were having on there.
Yeah.
And I used to be an ex-athlete as well. Well, I still call myself an athlete. But I played at a pretty high level and things, and so I played football, and so I jam as well.
Yeah.
And trying to translate running back to on skates, boy, was that an even set. That was a humbling experience.
Absolutely. So as a jammer coming in to this tournament, if you were about to get started and you were going to be the first jammer out there on the line, what are you thinking right now?
Oh, I'm looking where their eyes are going. I'm looking where they're looking first. Just from my experience, like being a running back in the first place, you kind of watch where people's eyes are.
Yeah.
And my eyes go one way, but fake another. So that's my strategy. It seems to work so far. I'm a little happy-footed, a little chop-chop, so I think it kind of throws some folks off. But
yeah. And as a blocker, I was a pivot, and so as a blocker, I am watching my jammer to see if they are going to indicate to me at all which side they're going to go to. Like, am I going to be playing offense or defense right now? And I'm going to be watching the opposing jammer to really, like, again, same thing. Can I tell where they're going to go? And then how can I quickly communicate with my team? We do pay attention to the other blockers, you know, but it's more by feel.
Yes,
You're looking at the jammers, but you are feeling the blockers to see if you can tell where they're going to go.
In the short period I blocked sometimes, I felt the wave of sorts they'd call. You get pulled in. But you turn around 1 second, and that jammer's right by you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got a really fun day today happening. This is the third game of the tournament. We have 2 other games already going on tracks 1 and 2. The first 8 games today are all going to be between teams that are ranked 9th through 24th.
Oh.
So they're all going to play each other in the first 8 games. Then the next 8 games, we've got the top 8 ranked teams in the tournament, and they will all be playing the winners from this morning's games.
Oh.
So you have to win to get into that second round later today. And then the last 4 games of the day will be the losers bracket. So anybody who loses their games this morning, they'll play in those last 4 games.
Right. And those players that win in that second, I guess, the loser bracket, and they go on to skate again.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well, and what's interesting is anybody playing in these first 8 games, so if they're ranked 9th through 24th, they're going to play 4 games. Every single one of these first 8 teams is going to play 2 games today, but those teams that are ranked 1 through 8 are only going to play 1 game today.
Yes.
What do you think that's going to do for them for the rest of the weekend?
That's going to give them, well, first of all, it's going to give them a little bit of rest. And then if they win, build a bunch of confidence and some time to actually watch and see their competition and plan out.
But the advantage on the other side is the teams that are playing twice today, they have to win in, right? It's a win in to play.
Yes.
But they are going to have figured each other out, right? Because these state and boroughs teams, they haven't played together before.
Right.
So they're going to be like, all right, now we know how we play. Now we know who our blockers are. Now we know who our jammers are. So we'll see. We'll see if
we
that's
could get
an
a
advantage
birth
or
of
not.
like a really exciting squad that just gels together all of a sudden.
100%.
Oh.
Well, we are supposed to be getting started, but it looks like we are having a warm-up. Because I haven't seen these teams warm up. Oh, we're just doing a little circle right now.
Yeah,
I see Roulette Wheels has the star for Indiana. I cannot see the number on the jammer for Divergence.
You know, I am a sucker for uniforms and jerseys, and Indiana's are pretty tight.
It's real nice, isn't it?
They're super
it's real
nice.
Pretty. What another thing you want to look out for in this tournament? Not everybody, but the helmet covers for some of these teams.
Yes.
They do a really cool helmet cover representing what their team represents.
Oh.
Like I know, for example, Team Maryland last year they had crab helmet covers. So really fun. Okay, looks like it's number
started.
25 from Divergence is going to be jamming. So that is going to be Slamwise Gamgee for Divergence, and they are off. We've got Roulette Wheels and Slamwise Gamgee both in the pack. Slamwise Gamgee is getting pushed to the back while Roulette Wheels is trying to stretch out the pack at the front, but is finding a whole bunch of people and is trying to get through on the inside line, is down to 2 blockers at the front. Now only has to get past the pivot, and Roulette Wheels is through and will be lead jammer. Slamwise Gamgee has taken off the star and might be looking for the pivot as Roulette comes in on a scoring pass. Roulette currently in, has grabbed those 4 points, was able to get through. Slamwise Gamgee trying to pass that star to someone. Slamwise is currently still on an initial pass, so is not able to score points as Roulette comes in on a second scoring pass, having already scored 4 points. Slamwise did not need to pass that star, was able to get through the pack, and will now be eligible to score points if Slamwise Gamgee can reach that pack, and if Roulette Wheels does not hit those hips, and there it is, hitting the hips and calling it, getting a total of 8 points for Team Indiana to put them on the board.
Wow, excellent. And I've watched Slamwise Gamgee quite a bit in a lot of matches, and for Indiana to hold number 25 like that, it was pretty impressive.
Absolutely. What team is Slamwise on?
Oh gosh,
Are they a Michigan team?
They were yeah, she's been on a couple, he's been on a few. I think, Grand Raggedy. What am I thinking?
Oh,
The
great,
last time I saw was Grand Raggedy.
Wonderful. We have got Maya Prerogative jamming for Team Divergence, and Janet Skatehole for Team Indiana. And we are off on our second jam, and looks like we've got a little bit of a tangle up on the front turn. Both jammers stuck. Janet Skatehole thinks they might have a penalty, but not too sure. Nope, doesn't look like a penalty. It was a penalty to a Team Indiana skater. Looks like Bon Appetit sitting in the box as these jammers try to find any space, and it is Maya Prerogative who's trying to stretch that pack out at the front, has got 3 blockers to beat. They're doing great rotation to get to the front to hold on to Maya Prerogative. Avoids a hit from Huntress, and Maya stays in to become lead jammer for Team Divergence. Janet Skatehole is able to get out shortly behind with some offense from the rest of the team as Maya is coming around trying to score some points. Janet Skatehole about half a track behind.
Great.
Maya runs into a huge hit from Huntress, but I think was able to grab 2 points for Team Divergence.
That was a wonderful pickup. Number 67 there, preventing, what's it?
That's Huntress.
That's Huntress. Awesome. Very fast pace so far.
This is
I
super
love
fast
it.
pace. But the jammers are having, this is not an easy get out right now. They're having a hard time and really getting, both jams they've gotten stuck at turn 1. We have got, let's see, who have we got jamming? We've got Snuffy jamming for Team Divergence, and I think is that Higgs Bosom? No, Half Pint of Dynamite jamming for Team Indiana. Real quick, Snuffy getting out with lead jammer. Half Pint of Dynamite trying to find space, ducks through. I think kind of got shoved by Rogue. Get out of the pack and gets
good
out.
Move.
Oh, Snuffy just getting through. Did you see that? Practically untouched for 4 points for Team Divergence.
And Snuffy called it. I had a chance to actually play on a squad at Black and Blue with Snuffy, and yes, general out there when I was still
Snuffy,
learning, and taught me a lot of stuff as well.
That looked real easy for Snuffy.
Super easy. Real strong skater on the outside, too. Just looked like she just powered through those turns.
Right, yeah. Well, and I think Indiana is, while they've got some really good hits, with these jammers, they're going to have to follow through on these hits. They can't just do a hit and assume that skater is going out. They're going to have to double tap, or they're going to have to make those hits a little stronger to get these skaters out of bounds to be able to pull them back. Spinelli getting pulled back right now by Team Divergence. We have got Crash Bangacooch jamming for Team Divergence while Spinelli got pulled back. She is trying to sneak up the inside line and gets through as lead jammer for Team Indiana. Team Divergence is battling with Bon Appetit, taking a little bit of a tumble, but is able to keep going. Crash Bangacooch is almost made it all the way through. I hate it when a jammer works so hard to get through and then gets pulled all the way back. It's so tough, and it is so hard. Currently, Half Pint of Dynamite is in the pack, does see that Team Divergence was about to get out, and so calls it. They were able to score only 2 points there. So Team Divergence, great job holding Team Indiana to only 2 points.
A lot of action there for just 2 points.
Right?
And that's, and Indiana up 10-6 with all that action. Wow.
With all this action in the first 3 jams, we only have 10 points and 6 points.
Yes, that's why I love this sport.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game overall.
Yes, I think so too. And it is high-spirited right now as well.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you can hear the other 2 tracks going. It's great. Slamwise Gamgee jamming for Team Divergence. And we have got Ricky Bobby is on the line for Team Indiana. Slamwise Gamgee is trying to pull it to the front. Ricky Bobby stuck behind a tripod in the back. Slamwise Gamgee 1 to go and gets through, becomes lead. Out of play block, I think, there by the Team Indiana blocker, and Slamwise Gamgee is currently controlling this jam and is eligible to score points. Ricky Bobby, meanwhile, continuing to be stuck at the back. Huntress, I think, has the pivot on, so could take it if Ricky Bobby decides to pass it. But currently, Team Divergence doing a beautiful job waterfalling to the back to hold Ricky Bobby. Slamwise Gamgee is still on that first scoring pass, has found the Team Indiana. Oh, did you see that beautiful offense being done there by the pivot for Divergence? That is Manta.
Yes.
Beautiful work to help Slamwise Gamgee get all 4 points for Team Divergence as Team Indiana continues to struggle in the pack. Huntress has taken the star, takes a giant hit, and gets pushed to the inside, and is going to be forced to recycle. So now Huntress is the jammer. Usually when you see a pivot become a jammer, you're like, oh no. Well, Huntress is also a jammer. As I told you, Indiana is deep on jammers. So, but Huntress is going to have to get through. Slamwise managing to avoid a hit from Ricky Bobby and stay inbounds, gets another 4 points, and that is going to be a lead change. Divergence now up by 4.
We have like the first haymaker, almost an 8-point jam so far.
This is the largest jam we have had so far. Huntress now has the star on, so it'll be interesting to see. Yep, Slamwise Gamgee is going to call it. We're too close in this game to not call it, I think.
Yeah. But a good D out there by 168 for Indiana. Was it Shaun of the Dead?
Shaun of the Dead.
Wow, big inside. That's a force in the middle.
Right. There are some amazing, there's some amazing derby happening from both of these teams out there already. Let's see. We have got Maya Prerogative on the line for Divergence and Roulette Wheels for Indiana. These are the two that started us off in that first jam. And here we go.
Okay.
Roulette Wheels pulling the pack to the front, has got 2 blockers to beat. Maya Prerogative stuck at the back. We've got 3 blockers. One teammate trying to do offense for Team Divergence, but it is Roulette Wheels who is able to pull the pack apart at the front and get out to become lead jammer. Maya Prerogative continuing to fight at the front of the pack. That tripod, my goodness.
Tough.
I like to call those a tripod of doom.
Yes, the wall of impenetrable.
Beautiful work there.
And the recovery and the bumps. The bumps given to open up the offense and defense at the same time. I always thought that was so impressive.
Yeah, Roulette Wheels currently on a scoring pass, but getting stuck by this Team Divergence blocking. Finds some space on the outside and gets through for 4 points. That is going to be a tie game, people, as we continue. Looks like Roulette Wheels is going to keep it going because Maya Prerogative is really having a hard time with this. It's Half Pint of Dynamite, Higgs Bosom, and Spinelli are the ones who have been holding that blocker down. And the start was passed, so the pivot, Rose.
Oh, so it has been passed.
Rose is now the jammer for Team Divergence and will be eligible to score points if Roulette Wheels does not call the jam right here. Looks at the coach and says, yep, I'm going to call it.
You know, I was looking at the jammers. What balance. Some of the hits that they're absorbing and staying on their toes while staying in bounds are super impressive. And I'm noticing here, it's almost like these tournaments are like playoffs. Playoff big-time sports. It turns it up a notch. They are all turned up a notch.
They are all turned up a notch. When it's a tournament, you want to do your best. You want to show up and show off.
Yes, and it is, too. And I am super impressed. And we're maybe 10 minutes in. 5 minutes. Not even 5 yet. There we go.
All right, here we go again. We have got Crash Bangacooch again on the line for Divergence, and we have Janet Skatehole for Team Indiana. Janet Skatehole is the Roo and will be your lead jammer for Team Indiana. Team Divergence, meanwhile, is going to be hoping to find that space, but they are stuck at that first corner. Janet Skatehole pushing at the back is now currently on a scoring pass. I'm noticing a lot of Team Indiana skaters have been visiting the penalty box, so we do have something. Next break, we might look at the penalty board a little bit to see where we're at penalty-wise. Janet Skatehole trying to do some spinning at the front of the pack, has got 1 to go and is through for 4 points for Team Indiana.
A little handsy there. We have another skater hitting the sin bin.
Meanwhile, Slamwise Gamgee, no, not Slamwise Gamgee, Crash Bandicoot, Bangacooch. There are so many riffs off of that name. I'm going to get it right. Crash Bangacooch is still stuck in the pack. Janet Skatehole gets through and calls that jam, but not before scoring 8 points for Team Indiana, bringing them up to 26. We are 10 minutes into this game.
Wonderful.
Woo!
I am sweating over here. A return haymaker spreads that lead out a bit.
Right. All right. Who have we got on the line here? We've got Half Pint of Dynamite and Snuffy. Oh, remember how Snuffy did last time Snuffy was jamming?
Yeah, strong skater.
All right, we're going to have to see how that goes for them. Something that I'm curious about as I do this play-by-play, I want to also look at jammer penalties because we haven't had any big, and I hate to say it, but we haven't had any power jams. Those are the types of things that can really change a game.
Yes.
So I'm curious to see if both teams can continue on holding to no power jams. And it is going to be Half Pint of Dynamite who comes out with lead, and and will be controlling this jam. Snuffy has got one to beat and is able to do so. It's coming out about 3/4 of a track behind Half Pint of Dynamite, who is currently being pulled to the back there by Dodge Inya.
Oh, and wisely calls it really quick.
Did they steal a point? I think Divergence stole a point there.
I thought so, yep,
All
stole
right.
a point.
Bringing us 15-28.
Again, a very active 3 points between the two, that jam.
Right. All right.
28-15.
And we're going to see
Indiana.
who we've got now. We've got Slamwise Gamgee on the line. And Batty, who jams normally for Circle City, or has jammed for Circle City. Batty just retired from Circle City, but is coming to Skate Wars for a last fun. Here we go, and there we go. Lead jammer for Battison.
Ooh.
Who is going to take the lead for Team Indiana. Slamwise Gamgee, they are trying to find space, trying to find where they can get through, and they are able to spin around that inside line and get through about a track behind. So Batty's going to have a chance to score some points. Does Batty see Slamwise coming? Yep, Batty's able to get those 4 points.
Yeah, 1976 Vicious Virus did all they could on preventing the jammer to get by.
All right, Higgs Bosom taking the star for Team Indiana, and it looks like Crash Bangacooch for Team Divergence. All right, we're getting ready to get started here. And here we go. That is just a mashup of skaters. That is just everybody just stuck with each other right there. Both jammers having a struggle, which means that defense is just so strong right now in those first 2 turns. But we have not made it past turn 2, but for declaring a lead jammer. So let's see if they can are they going to be able to make it all the way to turn 3 without a lead jammer being declared? Because they're inching towards it.
They barely got past the first turn. That's
Higgs Bosom trying on the outside, Crash trying Crash on the outside, Higgs on the inside. Higgs has got 2 to beat, getting some offense from Spinelli. Higgs is trying to stretch that pack out at the front. Great waterfalling being done there by Divergence to slow Higgs down, but Higgs is through and will be controlling this jam for Team Indiana.
Michigan Gangster hits the sin bin.
And the star has been passed. And number 15 will now be the jam. Bolt Action will now be the jammer for Team Divergence. Higgs has gotten through, has scored 4 points, and is going to call it. Ooh, I was worried. I was like, is Higgs going to call it? That was a close one.
And true to the namesake, Bolt Action shot out super quick once that start pass.
Well, when you are not lead and you get that star, the goal is not necessarily to score points. It is to stop the other team from scoring points.
Oh,
you may want to score points, but really it's to stop the bleeding. That's what we want to do. Is we want to stop the bleeding. So you know, and you have to be prepared. You might be asked to score points if the other team doesn't call it, but goal number 1 is get the other team to stop scoring.
And that is awesome. See, I'm learning. I love learning all the time. 46 and still learning. Awesome.
We've got Snuffy on the line as the jammer for Divergence and Janet Skatehole for Team Indiana. That penalty box, we've got 1 skater from Team Divergence in there, and it is Janet Skatehole coming out with lead here. As we hit the 15-minute mark, we are halfway through this first half. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It's been going so fast. Oh, and there, nice opening on the inside that was created for Snuffy, and Snuffy comes out and is able to force that call off, but not before Janet Skatehole gets 4 points for Team Indiana.
Team Indiana slowly but surely just jabbing their way with inching out that lead.
While we wait for this next jam, we are sponsored by Rude Chicks, roller derby clothing for the whole family, all skate, no hate, since 2008. That's so fun.
I love that.
All right, here we go. We have got Maya Prerogative on the line for Divergence and Half Pint of Dynamite. We're seeing a pretty stable jammer rotation. We haven't seen a lot of changes. We keep seeing the same names. Half Pint able to get out and will be lead jammer for Team Indiana, while Team Divergence is trying to help out their jammer, Maya Prerogative, and Maya is able to get up on those toe stops and get around and through to be able to try and catch Half Pint of Dynamite, who has gotten slowed down on this first scoring pass and is forced to call it off. Was she able to grab all 4 points, though?
Is that a 4? I think that's a 4.
Is that a 4?
Yes,
yep.
It is.
All 4 points there. They're just kind of ticking away.
They are.
And starting to spread out this lead.
And the strategy, correct? I would assume.
Yep. They're starting to stretch it out a little. They're still calling it. They're not running it at this point. And honestly, Team Divergence is holding them low. This is low.
Oh, for Indiana, I am.
No, for all teams.
Right. Oh, for all teams.
For one half a derby, I would say like this is pretty slow and low. Like both teams are scoring. Team Divergence is not making this easy on Team Indiana, and one good power jam for Team Divergence could turn this around.
Correct. I saw a lot of huge score changes.
Speaking of turning it around, we have got a lead jammer here for Slamwise Gamgee, and they are coming into the pack on a first scoring pass, while Roulette Wheels is able to get out of the pack, but not before Divergence scored 4 points, bringing them to 19. Roulette is chasing down Slamwise Gamgee as that pack is speeding up to protect their points.
They are moving quite a bit.
They are moving very fast because the faster you go, all you have to do is go faster than your opposing jammer.
Yes, and you're chasing points.
Stay with the pack and go faster than the jammer. Protect your points. Let's look at penalties real quick and see. We are not connected, and there we are. Okay, penalties are actually kind of lower than I thought. Nobody with more than 2 penalties so far. So really,
it's
that penalty box,
super clean match so far.
Super clean. Excuse me, I apologize for saying Team Indiana was going to the penalty box a lot. I just know them well, and so I probably notice it more than others. All right, here we go with the next jam. We have got Batty on the line again for Team Indiana and Snuffy for Team Divergence. And Snuffy coming out.
Snuffy around.
Really, that's the second time Snuffy has just come out immediately as lead jammer. I don't know what Snuffy is doing on the line or what the offense is doing to help Snuffy get through, but it is working really well as Snuffy comes into the pack on a first scoring pass. Snuffy's got 2 to beat, trying to find that inside line, is up against 2 blockers there, and beautiful Spinelli finds Snuffy, but Spinelli also falls. So even though Spinelli is pulling back Snuffy
could have come in earlier,
did not have to go all the way back there.
That's what I thought as well.
Sometimes you kind of try to trick the jammer.
It's
a thing.
I automatically always go back, even. Yeah.
Yep. See. But if the person who hit you goes out of bounds, as long as nobody else gained position while you were out of bounds, you can keep going.
And if they hit the ground.
Yep. Well, no, actually, if they go out of bounds with you.
Oh, yeah. That's correct.
If you're both out of bounds, then they're out of bounds. You can just go right back in.
Right back in and
Okay, here we go. Remember what I said about power jams? Team Indiana now has one. Oh,
First
darn. Snuffy was doing
jam.
so well for Team Divergence. They're getting a lead. So this will now be our first 2-minute jam of the game. Snuffy is going to wait in the penalty box, but Huntress, who took a star pass and is now the jammer, is really struggling to find that space and to utilize the offense. Rogue and... who was that? Rogue and Batty coming in with the offense to help Huntress get through, and Huntress is now through and will be eligible to score points. Huntress has not scored any points, and Team Divergence did a great job there because that power jam is now over, and Huntress, we have 19 seconds left in this jam.
And again, a great pickup by us.
Yes, and also Snuffy may have had another penalty for Snuffy with 9 seconds left. We are going to start the next jam with a power jam for Team Indiana as Snuffy is going to wait in the penalty box. Huntress. Ooh. Did you see that?
Great balance. Yeah, the little pirouettes while being in bounds. Impressive.
Huntress doesn't know it, but they are a dancer. Last year, whenever I would announce for Huntress, I would say, "You're a jammer now," which has clearly come true. So now I'm going to say, "Huntress, you're a dancer now."
She's always been a dancer.
They will love it when they when they watch this later. All right, Janet Skatehole on the line for Team Indiana. Janet Skatehole is through on this power jam for Team Indiana. And is coming around as the pack is getting ready at turn 1. Snuffy is standing, will be released from the box. potentially shortly, as Janet Skatehole is coming around, has scored 4 points, bringing Team Indiana above the 50 mark. We are less than 10 minutes to go in this first half. Snuffy coming out of the box and immediately playing defense. That was beautiful.
Jay action. That's excellent. What I noticed about Snuffy, she'll do they'll do a bump and run, sort of give a little bump and then take off.
Yeah.
Bump and then misdirection.
She's doing a great job coming in, but now getting pulled back, and Janet Skatehole decides to call the jam. That was an interesting call for Janet there. I don't know that I would have called it but maybe Janet didn't realize that Snuffy was still on her initial, because Snuffy was still coming in and was not eligible to score points yet, but decided to call it, maybe just resetting the jam. I mean, they got 7 points in that jam. They're ahead. They're controlling the game at this point. So, yeah. It's a perfectly fine decision to make.
Yes, right.
Also, I'm not coaching, and I can say whatever I want. Right. I don't make the decisions, and there are no repercussions for me getting it wrong.
We're just seeing what you see.
Well, there's repercussions, but you know what I mean. I'm not in charge of anybody's strategy. I just get to talk about it.
Okay, balance there, number 39.
Right, that is Half Pint of Dynamite, who just aged up from juniors a year ago.
Oh, so we have fresh legs.
Fresh legs. Half Pint of Dynamite also plays softball for her college team.
Oh, actually, you know what college?
I think one of the Indiana teams, Indiana East, maybe.
Nice.
I'm not sure exactly which one, but actually, Half Pint's main sport, I believe, is softball, and derby is the second sport, which just doing a great job, but is stuck in a really tough tripod of doom from Divergence. And at the front, we have got, who is that jammer? Maya Prerogative has been dealing with Team Indiana, and it has been almost an entire minute into this jam, and we do not have a lead jammer a minute into the jam.
That's wild. And we barely got past that first turn.
No, Maya Prerogative finally getting called lead with 50 seconds left in this jam.
A lot of contact in those tripods over there, though.
I would be so tired. I would be so tired if I was them. Maya Prerogative on a scoring pass now. Spinelli took the star, and Maya does call it and was able to score. Oh, wait. Oh, no, got a penalty. Maya tried to call it. Did Maya? Oh, wait, that might have been the other track. I think I'm getting confused with the whistles here.
Indiana in the same
Maya did not call it. But there is a Spinelli. Okay, Spinelli got a penalty as jammer. Spinelli took the star and then immediately got a penalty. It looked like maybe a directional. I couldn't tell. I didn't really see the penalty sign there. So we are going to start this. Oh my goodness!
As well as 105 as well.
No, wait. Spinelli does not have the star on. So nope, Spinelli does have a star on. So this is going to be a power jam start for Team Divergence. What were you going to say about the floor?
Oh no, so 105. So I think it looks like we have. I think it's 2 players now in the penalty box for Divergence.
Okay, so Divergence, they have a power jam, but they only have 2 players playing offense, and Indiana has all 4 out there playing defense.
And that is interesting in itself.
Yeah, it is.
Still have a jammer.
So it looks like they are putting out Crash Bangacooch on the line as jammer. Spinelli is out because Spinelli did serve most of that penalty in the last jam. So both jammers out and both jammers eligible to become lead. And it is Spinelli coming out of the box and coming through the pack. See, the advantage when you have 2 of your blockers in the box, it is so hard to get there without all 4 of your blockers. You
just took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to ask, who do you see here with the advantage?
And Team
answer my question. Appreciate it.
All 4 blockers were out. Spinelli is through, but has stopped because looks like Spinelli is headed to the box with a penalty, so this is going to be a 2-minute jam. What were you saying about the floor earlier? You were saying something about the floor. Have you skated on this floor?
No, I've been curious to get out there on my skates, actually. I brought them. I was hoping to get out and just mill around maybe before all the match started, but
yeah, not sure whether it's slick or sticky. have no idea, but this jam is everybody's just kind of stopped and looking at each other. The pivot is. Oh, okay. The pivot thought that they were the jammer, and so was trying to jam, but then realized that the jammer that pass was not complete. So the jammer now has the star on and is sitting in the penalty box. Spinelli has been released from the penalty box and is now jamming for Team Indiana with 38 seconds left in this jam. This will go the full 2 minutes because there is no lead.
Yes.
Now Crash Bandicooch has been released from the penalty box and is
met with some violence.
Takes a huge hit.
Right back up, though. Impressive.
Spinelli is out. Yep, that was an initial. Both skaters are on their initial, so no points have been scored with 13 seconds left in this jam. I'm tired just watching it. There we go. 4 points for Spinelli as Divergence has another 2 skaters in the box. That box is getting busy here as we run down to the beginning of the first half.
Those seats are remaining warm.
Yes, and just to make all of you listeners aware, do not leave this game, but I do want to let you know that Team API Fury and Team Ohio are currently at the half with only a 4-point spread.
Oh.
It is 59 points for Team API Fury and 55 points for Team Ohio.
You have really great peripherals.
Oh, no, I don't.
I
know I don't. My husband seriously came in and wrote it down for me.
High five the hubby. That's excellent.
Trust me when I say. I did not figure that one out on my own. But that's on track 2, a game that is in 10 minutes, actually, after this game, or after this half, during our halftime. Go watch that one because it's close. Looking at Ricky Bobby coming out with lead jammer for Team Indiana, who is going to be followed only about a half track behind by Slamwise Gamgee. So these 2 jammers are going to race. Ricky Bobby getting in the pack, grabbing all 4 points and calling it. And that's what I like to call a clinic.
Yes, called right before Slamwise got to the crowd.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Beautiful work. You get that's that hit it and
4 points in and out. And like you said, like you taught me earlier, yeah, they're just now they're chasing.
If you just want to do basic roller derby, that is basic. That is all you got to do. You don't need to know anything else about derby. Just get lead jammer, get your 4 points, call it before the other jammer can score any points.
Right.
There you go.
Get that lead and get a lead like this and just maintain.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, with 2.5 minutes left, this is going to be probably, we got 2, maybe 3 more jams left.
Ooh, we have some energy out here on number 32 here.
Hole is jamming, but will not be lead. That is going to go to a brand new lead jammer, Locked and Loaded. Locked and Loaded is coming out locked and loaded.
Locked and Loaded and was let loose. That was just quick.
That was a quick call off too, though. I didn't see. Did Janice Cahill get out right behind Locked and Loaded? Is that what happened?
I believe so, yes.
Wow. This game has been so much fun so far.
It's so much fun. There's been so much of all aspects of power, finesse, balance.
Energy.
Yes.
All right, we've got Snuffy on the line as the jammer and Roulette Wheels. Roulette Wheels for Indiana, Snuffy for Team Divergence. We forgot to say at the beginning, Indiana's in black and Divergence is in white. You've probably figured that out by now, but just in case you weren't sure and you're just tuning in, that is what we've got. We're at 66-24. Roulette Wheels coming out with lead, but Snuffy is right behind. Oh, Snuffy was lead.
Oh,
it looked
really
to me
quick.
like Roulette Wheels was lead, but Snuffy saw that Roulette Wheels was in front.
So how did that happen? I would have thought.
That happens sometimes. So the first person to pass all 4 hips will become lead. That doesn't necessarily mean that another blocker doesn't come up still in the engagement zone and hold them just long enough for the other jammer to get out first. So that jammer who got out, not lead because they didn't pass all 4 hips first, but somebody slowed down that other jammer enough that the non-lead jammer was in front.
Heads up play.
Yep, usually the jammer that is not lead in that point in that time will call it because they're not going to get to the pack first. They're not going to be scoring points first, but they're going to, again, stop the other team from scoring points.
Yes, and I think Snuffy had to actually, she had a skate malfunction. Looks like a tie came unloose.
Okay. All right, 55 seconds left in this half. And we've got Crash Bangacooch and Batty out there jamming. No lead jammer so far has been established. Crash Bangacooch is getting pulled all the way to the back here as Batty is trying to stretch that pack apart at the front. Up on 1 foot on the inside line, Batty comes out as the lead jammer. And the star was passed for 42. Team Divergence and takes a giant hit there from Schlitt Throat. First time Schlitt Throat has been on Team Indiana. That was a beautiful hit there to slow down Rose, who is the pivot for Divergence, who is now going to be the jammer for Divergence. As we are 8 seconds left in the period, 54 seconds left in this jam. This is going to be the last jam of the half. But now we are in jam time only. Batty has scored 8 points and is coming around trying to score more. Rose continuing to struggle at the back of the pack. Is trying to find some space.
More contact.
Another Schlitt Throat hit.
Amazing. That
as
was.
Batty comes through for another 4 points to Team Indiana. This is the highest point jam so far in this game. We have 26 seconds left in this half.
Wow.
Oh
was that triple twos right there? McCoy? Bangs McCoy. True to the namesake.
McCoy. That hit was beautiful. Pulling Rose all the way to the back as Batty continues to. Oh, no, Batty got hit to the inside there. Divergence slowing Batty down. And Batty says, you know what? Let's just go to half.
Let's just go to intermission.
Let's just go to intermission. All right. With that, we are at half. We have got a 15-minute break right now.
16-point jam, that last one.
3 with Team Indiana and Team Divergence. Come back in just a few minutes, and we'll be here. for the second half of this Team Indiana and Team Divergence Game 1 matchup. I am Aria Kidding Me with Derby Date Night.
And I'm Cricket.
And we are having the best time watching these two teams just duke it out.
It is so awesome. I'm having a blast.
Oh, me too. I think the teams are having a good time too, it looks like. So it has been just a slugfest. It's been really defense focused. These defenses, whenever those tripods have been getting together, they have just been strong. Oh, this is interesting. So with the success at the very end of the game or the very end of the half with Locked and Loaded as jammer, Divergence has decided to throw out Locked and Loaded as a jammer again to see if Magic can strike twice, and it can. Locked and Loaded is going to be the lead jammer for Team Divergence as we start the half. Meanwhile, Roulette Wheels up on those toe stops is able to get out, but Locked and Loaded has already come around, and it is in scoring position, is going to have to get past Rogue and Schlitt. No, that wasn't Schlitt. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead. Rogue
and I believe gets a couple of points before calling it.
Looks like 2 points for Team Divergence. So Rogue and Shauna were able to protect those points. So not only are they trying to block the jammer, they're trying to make sure their hips stay in front of that jammer.
Okay, understood.
Exactly. All right, we have got Slamwise Gamgee on the line for Team Divergence. And who have we got? We have got Janet Skatehole for Team Indiana.
Heck of a climb, 26-82.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough for Team Divergence, but in Derby, scores can change very quickly.
Super quick.
A couple good power jams, and you can see that happening. Slamwise Gamgee, here we go. Slamwise Gamgee is lead jammer and is coming in on a scoring pass. Takes a little spin, but also takes a hit from Higgs' bosom, and Bon Appetit is going to be pulling Slamwise Gamgee all the way to the back. Janet Skatehole has that star off and might be looking for the pivot. Doesn't need it. Janet is able to get through. Slamwise still on that first initial pass. Is trying to get past Bon Appetit, who's very good at one-on-one blocking, and decides to call it before Janet Skatehole can come in. But Slamwise Gamgee was able to put some damage on the board with, looks like, is that 3 she's holding up? 3 points for Team Divergence.
Does Bon Appetit skate for another team as well? I swear I was in Kalkaska maybe a few weeks ago, and I think I got a chance, the honor to watch Bon Appetit play.
Bon Appetit plays for South Bend Roller Derby in Indiana.
That is why, okay, yes.
Yep.
That was South Bend's team.
Although Bon Appetit is originally from my origin team of Corn-Fed Roller Derby in Muncie, Indiana, but now plays for South Bend. They are an amazing human.
Yes.
Okay. What do we got? Snuffy is jamming for Team Divergence, and Half Pint of Dynamite for Team Indiana. And it is Snuffy coming out and will be lead jammer for Team Divergence. Oh, the crowd is excited for Snuffy. I love it when the jammers smile as they come around.
Well, Snuffy with that power, and it was so quick, the first 3 pushes of their skates.
Absolutely.
Covered a lot of space.
Very good. Snuffy threw for 4 points. Half Pint of Dynamite tried to steal a point there, and I think might have got a couple. Team Divergence outscoring Team Indiana only by 1 point there, 4-3. The score is Team Indiana 85, Team Divergence 33. For those paying attention to track 2, don't leave us, but Team Ohio is leading 77-72 with API Fury with 20 minutes left in that game.
That is a burner over there. That is a burner over there.
That is a close game over there, absolutely. But this one's also fun, so stay here. Crash Bangakooch is jamming for Team Divergence, and Spinelli is jamming for Team Indiana. We are in this jam, and Crash is just pushing the entire pack. Like, you know what? If I can't weave through the pack, I'm just going to push it forward.
Pushing it forward. I'm sweating right now because as a guy that works out, I know that's burning the quads.
Oh, 100%.
She's burning those quads.
And Crash is through and will be lead jammer.
Crash is. Okay.
And is in and scoring, so might be scoring some points here as look at that. Spinelli is waiting in the penalty box. So this is a power jam for Team Divergence. And didn't I say a couple good power jams?
Yes,
Spinelli, that's not what I meant. I didn't need you to demonstrate. Okay. Crash is, beautiful offense being done there by Team Divergence to help Crash get through to grab 4 points for Team Divergence. Spinelli is out of the box, has that star in hand, not on head, so it might be hard to tell who the jammer is, but you can tell because she is through and out of the pack and will be chasing down Crash, who is currently in the pack on a scoring pass, trying to get a few more points before Spinelli can come around and take any points of her own. That is 5 points, Team Divergence, 0 to Team Indiana. Oh, the score is almost a palindrome.
And we still have someone in the penalty box. Is that correct? Oh, all right.
Violet Spicy Designs penalty box.
Yeah, Violet Spicy Designs penalty box. They make T-shirts, practice jerseys, sweatpants, sweatshirts, and much, much more that you want to, but you can't find. From fun to sarcastic to cute and clean, they have it all. They have customizations for your derby needs. Tag all your clothes and show your derby pride. They have armbands, temporary, and arms and tattoos, and water bottle stickers. Come to us for all your derby needs.
We've got Ricky Bobby on the line for Team Indiana and Slamwise Gamgee for Team Divergence. Ricky Bobby is through and will be lead jammer for Team Indiana. Slamwise Gamgee able to get out as well. These skaters will be about a quarter track apart from each other as Ricky is communicating with their pack. Ricky does decide to call the jam. Was not able to grab any points, and that will be a 0-0 jam. Do you see how close the score is to a palindrome? It's almost there.
Would you please remind me what a palindrome? Oh, a palindrome
is the same
forward and backwards, like race car.
Yes, when I announce, I'm always looking for palindromes. It's like the game within a game.
English major?
No.
No.
Psychology, though.
Hey, oh, there we go. Educated nonetheless.
All right, who do we have on the line here? Roulette wheels for Team Indiana and Snuffy for Team Divergence.
Snuffy right out the box.
See, Snuffy just goes and gets lead, Snuffy gets lead jammer very quickly. Beautiful to see.
It seems like she bumps and goes, bumps and gone.
Mm-hmm. Roulette wheels still in the pack, has got 1-2 pass and is getting swallowed back up by that pack. Getting swallowed up by her own blockers. Roulette was laughing there. Like, please let me get out, because the pack was speeding up as Snuffy is in the pack on a scoring pass, gets pushed to the inside and calls the jam. Roulette not going to be able to score any points. Meanwhile, Snuffy grabbed.
Snuffy get any? Oh, that's Steve. Yep, Snuffy grabbed 4. Hey, a couple, more than a few jabs so far. Scratching into that lead a little bit.
All right, on the Skatin' Not Hatin' jammer line, we have got Janet Skatehole and Maya Prerogative for this next jam. All right, it is all jumbled up there. Janet Skatehole trying to find an opening on the outside and does so and will become lead jammer for Team Indiana. Meanwhile, Maya Prerogative is out and will be chasing down Janet Skatehole, who is currently in the pack on a scoring pass. Maya is about half a track away. Janet comes out of the pack, grabs those 4 points and calls it, keeping Team Divergence scoreless. The score is now 89-42.
A little more about that Skatin' Not Hatin' jammer line. Skatin' Not Hatin' has been around since 2014. Owned and operated by Javelin, who skates for Kalamazoo Roller Derby, Team Michigan, and coaches the Kalamazoo Killer Bees. This small shop is huge. Skatin' Not Hatin' offers skate packages, protective gears, wheels, accessories, and full sublimation apparel.
Half pint of dynamite on the jam line for Team Indiana, and we have got Slamwise Gamgee for Team Divergence. I would be so tired if I was one of these jammers. They have got a very, it is a 3 to 4 jammer rotation, and that is it, nothing else.
Yes. And I personally know, I quickly found out how tired you get without even going to full 2 minutes as a jammer.
Right. Half pint of dynamite getting pulled to the back, but it is Slamwise Gamgee who is in the penalty box, so this will be a power jam for Half pint of dynamite and Team Indiana. Half pint of dynamite finds that space on the inside line and gets through to become lead jammer, while Slamwise Gamgee waits in the penalty box. What penalty box? Violet Spicy Designs penalty box. Half pint of dynamite coming around is going to be trying to score some points on the board for Team Indiana. Slamwise Gamgee is standing in the box, which means less than 10 seconds left. Slamwise Gamgee and Lieutenant Jan both let out of that penalty box at about the same time. They both kind of shrug at each other. Well, I guess we're not going to get to do anything because the jam was called.
Right. Well, and was a 318 dodging you. I noticed out there doing great work offensively and defensively, creating some space and helping to kind of prevent Indiana from scoring any more points.
All right, here we go with another jam. We have got 20 minutes left in this game. Over there, Team API and Team Ohio are still only apart by 2 points with 13 minutes left to go, by the way.
Nail biting.
That is such a close game. All right, we have got Batty with the lead jammer for Team Indiana, and it is Snuffy for Team Divergence, who just has to get around the hips of Shaun of the Dead. No easy task.
Absorbs all that impact, proceeds forward like a pinball.
I would have just died.
Yes, great balance.
Batty decides to call the jam after grabbing, I think, 3 points for Team Indiana, bringing them to 96.
Huh.
like that you just go, huh.
No, I was thinking, well, all that action looked like, I thought Divergence scored some points on that one, but.
Oh, you thought they grabbed some?
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh.
We've got Sarge on the line for Team Indiana for the first time in this game. As I told you, Team Indiana's jammer rotation is deep. Sarge is normally a jammer. And on Divergence, we've got Crash Bangakooch again. Let's see who's going to come out first. And it is Sarge. He is going to be your lead jammer. Sarge is through and will be lead jammer for Team Indiana as Crash is pushed to the inside of the track and is going to be pulled all the way to the back. Sarge is coming through on a first scoring pass. Takes
nice pickup by 121 from Price.
And so Sarge is slowed down as Team Divergence was able to get out of the pack. The pivot has taken the star, but is also being called on a... Wait, no, the pivot did not get the star. The pivot got called on a penalty, but where's the jammer? Jammer's out there.
Jammer's number.
Crash is working hard out there. I found him. I found him. Sarge coming in again on another scoring pass. Everybody just kind of like, you know what? We're going to just take a rest. The concrete is probably very not soft, but cold.
Cold. Maybe a little bit of.
I'm just gonna enjoy this little concrete right for a quick second. Team Indiana 103. Sarge picking up 7 more points for Team Indiana.
And we have a couple people still in the Violent Spicy Designs penalty box.
And the pivot looks like they are standing. Looks like 2 Team Divergence. So we are starting with a 4-2 pack advantage. Wait, is there one for Indiana in the box? I can't tell.
No one in Team Indiana.
Yeah, we do have a 4-2 pack advantage. Indiana's trying to open up that outside line for roulette wheels. Oh,
good
great
pickup.
Job by Lieutenant Jan.
Yes.
And that other, who is that? 112. Nina Cat Scratch to hold roulette wheels for a good 10 seconds there.
Yeah, good awareness.
All by themselves.
Yep, saw that all of a sudden.
Beautiful. Roulette wheels shooting through the inside line.
Yeah.
Whenever that happens, you're always like, ooh, the jammer did a good job. I'm betting the blockers had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, you know it.
A star has been passed for Team Divergence to the pivot, and Rose will now be the jammer of record for Team Divergence. That jam is going to be called by Roulette Wheels, who managed to put on the board a good old 8 for Team Indiana, making their score 111.
Yeah, give it up to Team Indiana's tripod for creating those spaces. Offensive blocking, awesome.
We've got Thunder on the line for Team Indiana, and they are ready to go for their first jam as jammer for Team Indiana. And they are going to be joined by Maya Prerogative on the line, and we are going to have looks like either an official timeout.
Is it our first official timeout?
Let's see. This is catching up here. I can't tell who's taking this timeout. Give me a second. Our scoreboard is catching up with us here. Crash Course. This team out is brought to you by Crash Course. They help roller derby athletes build strength, track confidence, and winning habits to become MVPs on and off the track. This looks like it is Team Indiana using their official review. So hopefully we will find out from the referees what is being discussed, and we will share that information with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Team Indiana is requesting a forearm penalty be called on the Team Divergence jammer. So that would be Maya Prerogative in the last jam. So the officials are currently going to be discussing that and talking about whether or not they believe they saw a forearm.
And while we have a moment, I'd like to announce the land acknowledgement. This event is being held on the unceded lands of Indigenous peoples. Michigan occupies the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary lands ceded in the 1819 Treaty of Saginaw, belonging to the Anishinaabe, Three Fires Confederacy of Ojibwa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi peoples. We thank the descendants of these tribes for being the original stewards and protectors of these lands.
Thank you so much. We are so grateful.
We are very grateful.
Just some updates for you on track 2. Team API Fury has taken the lead with 9 minutes left, 102 to 89.
Thank you.
Team Indiana has won their review, so they will start this next jam with a power jam. Maya Prerogative will report to the box, and this will be a 30-second power jam for Team Indiana. A wise use of an official review. A lot of times that is what an official review is used for, is to try and put the other jammer in the box. Not always, but if you see a penalty happening and you can get a penalty on that jammer, then they're going to sit for 30 seconds and you just got yourself a power jam.
Right. And they were able to retain their challenge.
And they retained their official review, absolutely.
Yes.
You can see, if you look at the scoreboard, you can see that little plus minus. So that'll go back to a black circle again. So those 3 circles up at the top next to each of the scores, those are how many timeouts they have. The 4th circle, which is currently blinking for Team Indiana, is the official review. If they lose that official review, that circle will go away. You don't get any more.
No more, gone.
But you get another one if you win that review.
If you win it, you get to retain it. Excellent.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for that explanation.
Yep. So now that we are in a power jam, looks like the strategy might be changing a little. Thunder still on the line for Team Indiana in this next jam. And we've got the whole group of people up on the pivot line. They're getting ready for a pivot line start.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if you heard. Thank you.
All right, looks like we are about to get back to the action. Let's look at penalties real quick while we wait for this to get started. Team Divergence, nobody more than 3. Team Indiana, nobody more than 3. Keeping it fairly clean. You get, I like to say, you get 6 for free.
6 for free. If you get 7, gone?
If you get 7, you're gone. You get 6 for free, but you're not helping your team when you're in the penalty box. You are actively sitting and getting a little rest, but it would be good for you to be out there. All right, and Thunder is getting lead jammer after pulling apart that Divergence pack. That was some nice waterfalling at the front that Divergence was doing there to really be able to hold Thunder, but Thunder did get out and grab lead. That penalty is over, so Rose, who was sitting in the penalty box, was able to get out and get through to try and nullify this power jam as much as she could. Oh!
Ooh, was that an apex
jump there by Rose to try and snag some points at the end. Was not able to, but you know what? It was pretty.
I appreciate the athleticism.
I always say I give announcer points, which are worth nothing, but I'm gonna give that one announcer points.
Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved.
All right, hope that you all are enjoying your mornings. We are going to be here all day long with all the action on 3 different tracks, so keep your YouTube on. If you're working, just kind of put it on mute and keep watching it.
If work allows, if you're at work.
We'll be here all day. Oh, lead jammer going to Team Divergence, and Locked and Loaded is your lead jammer for Team Divergence. I really wish Team Divergence would use Locked and Loaded
I thought the same thing. Yeah, it's the spark plug that they're looking for.
Locked and Loaded has
look
been
at that.
able to look.
Found a crease, like knife through warm butter, easy.
Oh, that is one of my favorite phrases. Except for one time I said butter through a hot knife, and everybody was like, "What are you saying, Aria?"
I imagine butter through the press through a Play-Doh.
Like melted butter. Janet Skatehole was not able to get through there, so past the start of Huntress. Huntress will now be the jammer for Team Indiana and will be trying to get Locked and Loaded to call this jam. And Locked and Loaded does call the jam after taking a little tumble on the outside line.
Took a few tumbles, tried a couple times to get back up, and was forced to call it. Tough.
Kimbo Slicer was saying some things. And now she's indicating to Team Indiana that they're going to be having a power jam. I don't know. I think Kimbo was trying to say to the refs, maybe something happened with the jammer there. So the refs are now discussing, I'm thinking from what I saw, whether or not Locked and Loaded is going to be getting a penalty from that last jam.
Oh, so
that's my guess. Don't see. I call this announcer speculation, Cricket. Right. This is called I know nothing. I make things up, and I'd say maybe 70 or 60% of the time I am vindicated.
I will take those, Jan. I'll take those at the casino.
But the other 30 to 40% of the time, I've completely made up a story that is only in my head. So my story for now is that they are talking about whether or not they're going to give a penalty to Locked and Loaded from Team Divergence. But I don't know if that's actually what it is. This official timeout is brought to you by whoever is on our chart.
Gold, platinum.
Oh, we've got some gold and platinum sponsors. So that the timeout is brought to you by Crash Course. But we do have some platinum and gold sponsors that we'd like to talk about today. Capital City Market and Tom's Food Center. You want to tell us a little bit about them?
Oh, yeah. Capital City Market offers low prices and beautiful assortments of fresh produce and local Michigan-made products. They also feature full grocery selections, including Meyer brand and national favorites you already love. Be sure to visit them in store. Skaters on wheels are welcome. Check out the stores across the street. Stores open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Ooh, sounds good. I'm hungry.
I am starving. All this activities. I'm always hungry, though.
Me too. Most of the time when I'm announcing, those of you who know Derby Date Night and know what I talk about the second half always devolves into food.
Yeah.
Usually some form of cheese variety is what I end up talking about. Especially being from Indiana. We always talk about corn and cheese and all the good stuff. Love us a good tenderloin sandwich.
What fueled you as a skater, as a former skater? What would fuel you? What would you go to?
I did a lot of pickle juice for cramps.
Oh, potassium.
Yes. I got a lot of calf cramps. And
Me
so
and you both.
I would take little shots of pickle juice. What
Delicious.
about you?
Oh, same. Bananas, because just like
bananas,
you, I tore both my Achilles tendons.
Ooh,
and so a
ow.
lot of,
Okay, so what happened there? Half Pint of Dynamite got out first, but they passed one of those. Oh no, this is going to be rough. It was a no pass, no penalty, or a no earned pass. So what that means is Half Pint of Dynamite passed 3 of the blockers legally, but then one of them, like maybe both Half Pint of Dynamite and the other skater went out of bounds, but Half Pint was able to keep going, but they didn't earn that 4th point, which means Locked and Loaded just came out of the penalty box and became lead jammer and immediately called off the jam because Half Pint was already scoring points.
Understood. Thank you for
That's
that.
That's actually
too.
a really complicated
That is super. See, and that just goes, you would walk up to the sport and initially think, oh, that's easy to follow.
No, because you think,
lots of strategy.
Half Pint got out first, Half Pint is lead. Well, Half Pint did get out first, but you have to pass all 4 of the other skaters in bounds, upright, and legally.
Yes.
But it is possible to pass a skater and not get their point if you both go out of bounds, because you don't have to go in bounds and then pass the skater. If you both go out of bounds as a jammer,
yes,
you can just keep going.
Right.
But you don't get that point, which is why if you are trying to earn lead, because you're a jammer, right?
Correct.
So if you're trying to earn lead and you both go out, if you keep going, you won't be eligible for lead jammer anymore. But you can still score points.
But right.
A lot of times what jammers will do is they will come back in and they will go to the back because they are like, no, I want to earn this point legally.
So you can call it.
Yes, but
have
you
control.
have to do it while you're still in the engagement zone. You can't leave the you can't leave the engagement zone, be halfway around the track and be like, oh, I forgot to go get that, and then go.
And then go back. Right.
You gotta stay in there to get that point. So
there's so much going on. It's great. The fact is, there's always offense and defense going on at the same time from most of the skaters on the skating rink. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's so much happening. I would love to tell you what's happening on track 1, but we do not have eyes on that scoreboard, so you can go check that out on their channel to see where things are going. Usually when I watch tournaments, especially if I don't know the teams, I just switch through all the channels and I'm like, okay, track 1, track 2, track 3, and I look for which ones are the closest.
Oh, nice.
But also, when you're in these kind of tournaments, I also just don't care because you just want to watch good derby, right?
It's so much.
And
exactly.
no matter what that point spread is, this weekend is going to be good derby. If you have a chance and want to know more about these teams, you can also check out Derby Date Night's channel, where we did post last night some analysis and previews of games to watch today. So if you want to know a little bit more about all the teams playing today, you can find that video on our Facebook page.
I'm checking it out right after this one. I'm looking, and I appreciate it. Whoa!
Roulette wheels with an attempted apex jump. Unfortunately, was not able to land it in bounds, but it was pretty.
It looks so graceful.
So graceful. Locked and Loaded is in the penalty box again as jammer. I think this is going to be the 3rd jam in a row.
Wow,
that Locked and Loaded is jamming.
Well, I'm glad that they're placing the skater out because Locked and Loaded seems like a spark plug.
Right?
Here.
But I think they've only been out because they've been put in the penalty box at the end of each jam.
Look at the shimmy.
Oh, beautiful shimmy. Up against a tough tripod of 2 teammates and 1 former teammate. Those 3 skaters at the front have played together for years.
Wow, and it shows. It shows.
Locked and Loaded coming around. Remember Divergence? This is the first time they've ever played together as a team.
You must be in my brain because I just thought the same thing.
I mean, I am so impressed with all of these skaters from both sides here. It has just been beautiful to watch all the successes that everyone is having.
I'll be interested in seeing their game too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I need to find my sheet. Nope. Okay, wait, no, I've got it. I know. I can figure out who is potentially playing who next. But first, we're going to watch this jam with Crash Bangakooch as the Divergence jammer and Smack Harlow, who is not jammed yet. Smack Harlow is one of the founders of the brand new So-In Roller Derby, Southern Indiana Roller Derby.
Oh, nice.
And has really been working hard to promote So-In. And first time we get to see Smack Harlow out there as a jammer for Team Indiana. Smack is currently on a scoring pass. Crash has so much endurance. I think it is so hard right now. Those Divergence skaters are having a really hard time getting through, but I've noticed Crash never quits.
Never quits.
Never quits. Okay, so the winner of this game will go on to play Pennsylvania at 3 o'clock Eastern time. If it is Indiana, that is a rematch of last year where Pennsylvania beat Indiana 201-115.
Which round?
That was in, I think, oh, of course you asked the question. I don't know the answer to. It was on Friday, so it was either the first round or the second round.
Gotcha.
That they won that. So Pennsylvania has a bye right now, and then the losers of this one will be playing another team that loses this morning. And they will be playing later tonight. I'm not sure what time. Okay, looks like we've got a lead jammer for Team Divergence here in Slamwise Gamgee, who has just been doing the work out there for Team Divergence.
Slamwise from Grand Raggedy, me watching, has always been the workhorse, it seems, scoring a lot of points.
Well, just scoring some points there, Ricky Bobby was able to get out to slow the bleeding, but Divergence was able to put, I think, three points on the board, bringing them to 53, above the 50 mark. You know, Team Indiana did start to pull away here, but Team Divergence is continuing to be like, wait, no, stop, we're going to get some more points here. Like, they're not letting Indiana completely run away with this.
They are not quitting either, and I think they're still trying to gel. They're still trying to learn how to play with each other, and there's no quit here.
Snuffy on the line for Team Divergence and Roulette Wheels for Team Indiana. Snuffy that's 2 lead jammers in a row for Team Divergence.
Even though that pursuit by Indiana, Snuffy able to get by.
And the star has been passed for Team Indiana. Spinelli will now be the jammer and takes a tumble at the apex and gets back up with a laugh.
G-forces, 2 foot around the turn.
I just love that she just started laughing.
Oh yeah.
That actually the first day I ever was being taught how to play roller derby by Frida Brallo, who's now on Team Arizona. She taught me if you fall down, you go, hooray! And you act like you did it on purpose.
Yes.
And you just put your arms up and then you get up and you take a bow.
Of course, yes.
That was my first roller derby lesson. Act like you meant it. Looks like we have Crash on the line again for Team Divergence. And we are in a timeout right now. It is a Team Indiana timeout. Is it an official review or is it a timeout? My old eyes can't see the score.
I think.
Is it an official review?
I believe official review. By the length of the words. Oh, team timeout.
Yep, team timeout for Team Indiana. There we go. Let's look at some of these penalties during this team timeout. We have got, well, speaking of Spinelli is sitting at 4 penalties with 9 minutes left to go. So only 2 more, and like you get 7, you're done. And that is the highest person for Team Indiana. Good job, Team Indiana. I know you all fairly well, and I know that sometimes you like the penalties. But Team Indiana right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 8 of the skaters have penalties right now.
Is there a strategy though about giving penalties? I mean, if you do have 7 to give
usually.
each.
Not usually. Team Divergence, meanwhile, has spread out the penalty love. No one has. There's one skater, 603. That's Lieutenant Jan, who's actually from Indiana, who has the 4 penalties for Team Divergence. But they're spreading out the penalty love, and most people have like 1 or 2 penalties. But overall, nobody in great penalty danger.
And we still have about 9:34 left to go.
9.5 minutes left. I think it's hilarious that the only person with a lot of penalties on Divergence comes from Indiana, because Indiana usually loves penalties.
Physical.
But Indiana's doing a good
physical
job
skaters.
This time. Not as many. All right, we have got Half Pint of Dynamite out as lead jammer for Team Indiana. And Crash is jamming for Team Divergence. Crash is almost out, takes a hit from Shaun of the Dead at the top of the apex. Half Pint of Dynamite in on that first scoring pass is struggling to get through on this first scoring pass. Rogue in there trying to give a little bit of offensive help. Crash has the star off. Shaun of the Dead and Kimbo have just been pulling back Crash, who is sticking with it and continue. Oh, up on, do you see that one foot to try and stay in bounds?
Yes.
Oh, that was fabulous. And
it brings Crash all the way back.
But Half Pint of Dynamite is in the penalty box now. So this is a power jam for Team Divergence, and we are going to go the full 2 minutes. As we continue to try and stretch that pack
number
out.
7, Rose.
Ooh. Chaos with a huge hit to be able to continue to hold. Chaos and Kimbo now. Now just Kimbo up at the front.
Kimbo slays are impressive.
Kimbo is very tough to get past, I will tell you that. But amazing job by Rose, who has been the pivot, who has taken 1 million passes today and has done a great job as a jammer, as a pivot turn jammer. You know, you're not expecting to jam this much, but Rose has had to jam a lot in this game.
Oh,
and
Rose,
gorgeous
good
spin
move.
at the front.
Yes.
Beautiful job there. FYI, 5 seconds left in the API Ohio game, and there's only 2 points between those two teams.
Whoa.
They're about to start their last jam. The period clock has run out. Okay, I don't know who's going to win. I'll let you know in a second.
I'll put my blinder on over here.
We're going to watch this one. Oh, unofficial score, API Fury 118, Team Ohio 116.
That was super close.
2-point game.
Goosebumps.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was back and forth the whole time. Okay, back to our game, which is still happening. We've got 7 minutes left. Team Indiana 139, Team Divergence 59. We have got Manta jamming for Team Divergence, and I can't see who's the jammer.
Looks like Slamwise, Gamgee, and
Sarge.
Sarge, yes.
Is jamming for Team Indiana. Oh, you're right, Slamwise Gamgee, not Maya.
Wow, Sarge.
Finding that space on the inside line. He is through and will be lead jammer for Team Indiana. Slamwise Gamgee, meanwhile, has that star off, is trying to get through this tripod of doom at the front here. Sarge has hit the back of the pack and is trying to get some offense from Higgs' bosom.
Divergence says no way to Sarge that time.
Yep, Lieutenant Jan has got Sarge's number, but Sarge is scrappy, and Sarge is going to make it through to get 4 more points for Team Indiana.
Sarge marching the points.
Right? Oh, Lieutenant Jan coming in to provide some offensive help for Slamwise, who still has that star off and has found another Team Indiana tripod at the front. Avoids that was beautiful by Slamwise Gamgee, avoiding a hit at the front.
Nice.
To just jump on through and force that call off by Team Indiana.
Divergence, good pickup there. Oh, 318 dodging you. Once again, quiet work.
Ricky Bobby on the line up against. Is that Snuffy again? I think that's Snuffy.
That is Snuffy.
That is Snuffy. Snuffy and Ricky Bobby coming in on this next jam, but the whistles are blowing on the other track. All right, this one, we are going. Ricky Bobby on the inside line, Snuffy on the outside line. Snuffy likes to just push through.
Yes.
You're a football person.
Yes.
So, the Philadelphia Eagles do that thing where they push everybody through.
Push.
The tush push.
Yes.
I think Snuffy does the tush push.
I think Snuffy does a little bit of the tush push. And she has tush push from the side and then off to the other side.
Just push everybody forward and get through. But it is Ricky Bobby who was able to do that and get through and become lead jammer. Ricky Bobby is currently on a scoring pass, has 1 to beat.
Ooh, that
really
work over there.
Beautiful one-on-one blocking there.
Very.
I think that was Artemis with that blocking on Ricky Bobby, holding Ricky Bobby as long as they can.
Artemis.
Or
okay.
Was it Bolt?
It was yep, it was Bolt.
Nice. Stuffy has that star off. It is, did Ricky Bobby just get a penalty? All right, Snuffy is now gonna be the jammer for Team Divergence, and this jam is gonna go the full 2 minutes. And we are 50, is this jam still, that's why.
Are we still going?
Whenever no one's moving, that's when this is what's called a shenanigam. Shenana jam, which is copyright Kimbo Slicer, who's out there on the track right now. But a shenana jam, when one jammer sits and another jammer stands, you only sit for as long as the other jammer sat.
Yes.
That's a shenana jam.
Everybody just kind of, stood still for a second.
And that's also what I call a break for the blockers. Yeah. When they are waiting for the second jammer to go to the box. Okay, both jammers out there, both jammers stuck. Oh, poor Snuffy is dealing with a block-to-puss at the back. All 8 skaters, all...
Wow.
How many wheels is that? 32 wheels?
8 times 8?
No, 4 skaters. 16 wheels. She's not trying to get past 8 skaters. It's only 4. Only 4. The other team is not helping with defense.
Let me consult my calculator.
I didn't bring my calculator. That's smart.
They said that they didn't have, my teacher said I would not be able to have a calculator at all times, and now we do.
Oh, that's right, on our phones.
You got it.
I actually had a team gift me a calculator because I'm so bad at figuring out the point spread between 2 teams.
I was so many times I look at the score and in my head, if it's not even, I can't.
Usually I'll say things like the score is 152 to 59, and that is a spread of math.
Yeah. I love that.
We got Thunder with the star for Team Indiana and Maya Prerogative for Team Divergence. With 2.5 minutes left in this game, Maya Prerogative is trying to get that lead jammer status, but has to get past Spinelli first, and does so, and will become lead for Team Divergence. Thunder, in the meantime, has gotten out of the pack and is chasing down Maya Prerogative, who is in the pack on a scoring pass. Scoring points for Divergence, Ted, because I hit to the outside and calls the jam.
Both tripods getting all that business. A lot of action there.
Team Indiana at 152, Team Divergence at 60. Again, the winner of this game will go on to play Pennsylvania at 3 o'clock, and the loser of this game will go on to one of the 4 consolation matches tonight. But don't worry, you'll get to see both of these teams 3 more times this weekend because they get 4 games. We'll be here all day today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
I'm going to gorge on some derby.
Yes, I love doing that. Roulette wheels getting pulled to the back. Trying to find some space, and it is Slamwise Gamgee who is going to be lead jammer with a spin at the front to get around chaos. Roulette Wheels trying to stay in bounds and does so, and will be chasing down Slamwise Gamgee, who is approaching the pack on a first scoring pass, trying to put some more points on the board here for Team Divergence. Roulette Wheels is chasing them down, but is not going to be able to score any points, and Team Divergence was able to put 3 points on the board.
Slit throat, good stop there.
I would not want to be a jammer up against Slit Throat.
I've noticed this.
Yes. I mean, there is so
Shaun
much
of the Dead is great. Large presences in the tripod.
Absolutely.
And move so fast, one into the other.
Batty and Locked and Loaded on the jam line, on the Skatin' Not Hatin' jam line for their respective teams. Batty being pushed to the inside. Locked and Loaded trying to go straight up the middle. Batty being pulled to the back. That is Nick Vicious, who's doing some nice one-on-one blocking at the back there. Batty now dealing with a tripod while Locked and Loaded tries to pull to the front. Batty getting pushed to the inside. Both of these jammers want this lead jammer status, and these defenses are going to be making it real difficult. Locked and Loaded out for lead jammer.
Real quick, bolt action doing a lot of work out there still. No quit in bolt action.
Absolutely not.
Offense and defensive blocking there, but bolt action too. Lots of awareness.
Yep. Batty passing the star to Huntress. Huntress will now be the jammer for Team Indiana, but there was a whistle. That was not a legal, wait, it was a legal star pass. I don't know what the penalty was. Oh, the penalty was on Locked and Loaded. Locked and Loaded is headed to the penalty box. So this will be a 2-minute jam. The period clock has run out. This will be the last jam of the game, and it will go the full 2 minutes. We have got 53 seconds to watch the rest of this game, and Huntress gets to jam for the rest of it, which they will not be super happy about.
Nope. Play called. No stopping the action, no slow.
Yeah. But Locked and Loaded will have time to come out and try and score some more points for Divergence, as this jam is going to go all the way to the end. Stick around today for more Derby. We're going to have Derby on all 3 tracks all day long. It is going to be such a fun time. I'm really excited. Are there any teams you're really looking forward to seeing today?
Oh, I'm so overwhelmed with all the teams, those squads. This is the high, like you mentioned, the high level. You asked if I saw much high level skating, and this is it. And give it to me all. I'm just
nice job there by Locked and Loaded.
I'm going to chug all this. I'm going to chug all this.
Right, we're just drinking the Derby this weekend.
Drinking the Derby. Open the throat.
Huntress through for 4 points. Locked and Loaded has also gotten 4. And that is the unofficial score of 160 for Team Indiana to 66 for Team Divergence.
Interesting score.
You can see Team Indiana again today at 3 o'clock up against Team Pennsylvania, and you can see Team Divergence later tonight. I do not know exactly what time, but double check our brackets on the Skate Wars Facebook page. You can also check us out on Derby Date Night. We are going to be posting some behind-the-scenes content all days, and Lansing Roller Derby is where all of our live streams can be found. Thank you to all of you, and I bet you they've turned my mic off by now. So.
Thank you so much, by the way, too.
Thank you, Cricket.
You are awesome.
This was so much fun.
I love this. It was so much.
Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Bye. Are we off? Are we turned off?
I turned the mic off anyway, just in case.
Sorry, I don't think so.
So, okay, so are we, like, we're picking MVPs, so is it just one jammer and one blocker for both teams?
No, we're picking one MVP from